Okay, so we're going to make homemade muesli bars. Here is the recipe that I have. I just thought that I would put it on screen for you. Feel free to screenshot it, write it down. I don't have the best handwriting, but you know, it is what it is. So we are starting with 125 grams of butter, and this is the butter that I made myself from scratch with cream, which I will also put up a video eventually how to make your own butter. So I'm really happy that I've got that. I am just weighing everything out because it's cleaner. Because as you can see here on the measuring cup, because we wanted a quarter cup of honey, it says there what the weight is. So I'm just going to put that into the pot straight away using the scales. So I've just got that off to the side for now, because if I stick it on the stove and let it boil like it says, I'll probably forget about it and it will boil over. So I need to make sure I keep an eye on it. So in a separate bowl, we're going to be putting in our oats. As I've said before, I'm just using up this packet because I accidentally bought my daughter the wrong brand. So I'm using them up and then putting all of our dry ingredients in here, which is the oats, the flour, and some chocolate chips. Note for future batches, the chocolate chips will melt with the hot liquid that you put in here very soon. My logic was not with me this day that I did it, but still, I was really happy with the end result. Now it said to cook this for 5 minutes and then let it simmer for another 5, but I just had images of having hard toffee stuck in the bottom of my pan, so I just only let it simmer for about 2 minutes and then I added it into the mixture, and as you can see, the chocolate chips are melting pretty quickly. Oh well, it was a happy accident, let me tell you, because I'm still happy with the end result. I just mixed it all around. Now, note to self, go and fill that mini pan straight away with cold water so you're not chipping off toffee when you're trying to clean up. Full disclosure, I end up adding another double bit of the oats because the mixture just looked way too wet, and I honestly couldn't see this coming together to not be just one big sticky mess. So I'm glad that I added in more oats. So maybe just have a play around with it and see where you're at with yours. into a tray, as you can see, and then into the fridge for about 20 minutes or so. You could leave it longer if you want. This is my first time making it, so I was just experimenting around and then trying to cut it up. It's hard in some areas but pliable in some others, if that makes sense. It's quite sweet as well, whether that's because I've got the melted chocolate through it, but you can definitely taste that there's like the honey in there. So if you like that kind of thing, then you might like this. I'm going to play around with making another batch. It's me having a taste test, and see if I can lessen some quantities of the honey, because there's a lot of that, and the sugar, and then see how it all comes together. And then I cut it up into muesli size bars, and then I put it into a container and put it back in the fridge. Now, note to future people, hey, at least it looks like a muesli bar. Put some parchment paper between each piece that you put into a container, otherwise you'll be trying to pull it all apart because it does stick together. I'm not sure how shelf stable this would be, if it makes sense. I think it would go very like limp, if that's the word, like you've left something in a car on a hot day. I think that definitely these are best to be kept in the fridge, but again, that's probably another experiment for another time. If you make these, please let me know. If you have a better recipe, please let me know. I'm just sharing because I found it a very simple and easy recipe, and as I said, keeping it in the fridge, it's great to have there as just a little snack as you're passing through. That's something that's not quite a cake or a cookie or something like that. So I hope that you have made these, enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.